capacity, right? So we want to exercise very intelligently and just learn a basic amount of comprehensive science to keep the body nice and safe. So I recommend that you start walking vigorously, really pumping the arms. Greetings, this is Body-Culinary, and I'm here just to share with you about the simplicity of developing a movement practice. And one of the safest things that we can do is walking. Now, I really enjoy the intensity of movement, like when I feel like I've really done something and I've really exerted myself. So there was a time where I did not believe in walking. I thought it was just for old folks or geriatric folks with the sneakers aren't really fashionable or anything. But when I learned how to walk vigorously with good form, it made all the difference. My butt was sore, my legs were sore. I think one of the most important things about walking is that it's not high impact, and it's very important for folks who have, even if you were athletic in the past, who are deconditioned to get the body and the nervous system used to moving vigorously again. And walking is the safest thing that you can do. You can do it on your lunch break. You can do it around the park. It's very, very relaxing. You can consider it a moving meditation. But when it's done vigorously, it is quite a workout, and it's no impact on your joints. It's not high impact when it's a high amount of jumping and landing on the ground. So I really recommend that before running, right, and before taking off from years of being deconditioned and jumping into a marathon, I recommend that many people start walking first. It's a very functional exercise. You're using your arms, so your shoulders are getting a workout in a very functional way. Your torso or your trunk is getting a workout. Your glutes are getting a workout. If you're walking vigorously, you'll also find that your shins can become very sore, as well as your calves. So it's different. It may not feel initially as intense as running or sprinting, but if you haven't been doing those activities for a long time, it's very likely that folks will get injured, and then they'll blame the exercise when it was really their body wasn't prepared enough for the exercise. It was deconditioned. So the joints and the tendons and the ligaments don't have as much blood flow, and they're very, very easy to get injured. And as we get older, they don't heal. Even a young person, they don't heal as fast. They don't have as much blood flow as the muscle. So we want to be very protective of our joints. If we destroy and damage certain things, most likely, even if they heal, they'll heal very slowly, and they may not likely come back to their full functioning capacity, right? So we want to exercise very intelligently and just learn a basic amount of comprehensive science to keep the body nice and safe. So I recommend that you start walking vigorously, really pumping the arms back and forth, paying attention to your breathing. I have my own technique. I noticed that if I gaze down, not with my head totally bent, but if my eyes gaze down at my feet, I can walk faster, right? And I'm really rolling through my foot. So I'm rolling through the heel, the whole foot, and the toe. So my foot is rolling like this on the floor. So also, in order for me to propel myself forward and really pick up speed where my heart rate is really, really pumping and going, I have to really pull my arms back. So that really stretches here. You're working your scapula, your whole shoulder girdle, and your waistline. So walking is very, very functional. It's very safe. It's something that we can start and build into our daily routine, in addition to taking the stairs. So many people that may be using activity trackers, that's to measure steps. That's not necessarily the same thing as strength training, right? It's really to kind of neutralize all of that sitting down. So we do want to be active, but most likely for folks that really want to see some changes in reshaping their body, walking is a great place and a foundation to start. Eventually, we do want to do other types of functional movement, and I have included some very, very practical tools that you can use around the house without spending any money, that you can use in a very limited space. One of the wonderful things about just an easy, natural lifestyle, the best of what you can do with what you have, is if you're eating fresh, whole, living foods everybody can benefit from plant foods regardless of what label you want to call yourself. But if that's the majority of what you're eating, then you don't really have to worry so much about the food, right? So initially, the main focus is going to be getting fresh fruits, whole fruits, vegetables, legumes, right? Legumes, nuts and seeds, not in gargantuan amounts, right? But good healthy fats into your body, and fresh herbs, which really make a big difference in how your food tastes. So if you're eating real whole foods that you can recognize with lots of living water, because most of the body is what? Water. If you're getting lots of fresh whole foods, that's a big part of it. They do go together. The movement, your personal movement practice, developing and cultivating a movement practice that is doable, sustainable, one that you can grow with for the rest of your life, that has some variety in it, that and whole fresh foods. And then it becomes fun and you understand what you're doing and you're safe. You can take it anywhere in the road with you. It is almost like it's a no-brainer, right? And it becomes the best part of your day. Enjoying your meals, preparing meals lovingly for yourself. You can get into a nice rhythm where it's very convenient and carrying your food with you, food to share, and developing a personal movement practice, and then finding some movement that you can do also with others, because we're social creatures. I do really think that many people would do more if they had someone to do it with and some support. So that's a big part of what Body-Culinary is. So I'd love to hear from you. Where are you in developing your own movement practice? And have you tried walking? Have you tried walking vigorously? And how did you feel after it? Were you sore the next day or 2 days after? I would love to hear from you. So do subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be updated of whenever I upload new videos. Feel free to check out the puppet series on this channel, Sister Butterfly and Sister Monkey Learn to Eat Better, which is 10 free episodes. It's really hilarious. And tune in for all things with natural, fun, functional, practical fitness and whole living foods. And make it the best part of your day. All right? Create a great day.